Popcorn, bobbles, puffs, oh my! Just kidding, there's nothing to be afraid of. It's just our favorite yarn-eating stitches. Hello crochet friends and welcome back to Yarn Over Hook. My name is Sammy and for today's video, I'm going to walk you through these 3 textured sisters. First up, the biggest of the 3, the popcorn stitch. Add a nice pop texture to any project. Next is the Bobble Stitch, my absolute favorite. This Bobblicious stitch is perfect for almost any and every project. And last but not least, the littlest of the sisters, the Puff Stitch. A perfect reversible stitch, great for adding a nice fluffy texture to a project. I am so excited to walk through these 3 stitches with you today, so let's get into it. To start your popcorn project, you want to do a foundation single crochet of an odd number. If you are going to do a traditional chain, then you want to chain an even number, skip the first chain and do a single crochet into the next chain and all the way across, making sure that you end up with an odd number. Then you chain 1 and turn. Skipping that chain 1 and into the first stitch, we're going to do a single crochet. Insert your hook, yarn over, and pull through. You'll have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through both of those loops, our single crochet. In the next stitch, we are going to do our first popcorn. Popcorn just consists of 5 double crochet in the same stitch. That's it. That's the first step anyway. So let's get into that one. Yarn over, insert your hook into that next stitch, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops on your hook. Our first double crochet. Then let's do it again. And we'll just do that 3 more times until we have 5 double crochet in that same stitch. That's 3. 4. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to pull up that loop that's on our hook so that we don't lose it. Count back 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Making sure that we land at that first double crochet. Insert your hook from the front, going to the back, underneath that first double crochet. And then put the loop back onto your hook. So you create kind of like a U here. Go ahead and tighten that yarn just a bit because we don't want too much yarn there. And just pull it through. And that's it. And that is your first popcorn. You see, it's super easy. It just takes a bit of time. And then we'll just do a single crochet to close that off. So insert your hook into that next stitch. Yarn over. Pull through. Yarn over. Pull through the 2 loops on your hook. And that's it. That is how you make popcorn. Let's do it again in this next stitch. Yarn over, insert your hook into that stitch. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops on your hook. And we'll do that 4 more times. And there we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochet in that 1 stitch. So we'll pull up our yarn just a bit again. Count back 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, making sure that's our first double crochet and not the single crochet that we did. Insert your hook, put the yarn back on your hook, pull it a little bit, and then pull that loop through, completing the popcorn. Your popcorn row is going to fold in a little bit. It's going to roll in on itself. That is okay. We're going to do a row after this popcorn that will help to kind of straighten that out a little bit. Then our next stitch, single crochet. And we're just going to do this same thing again, all the way to the end, ending with a single crochet. And here we are with our final single crochet. And our first row of popcorn. So after we do our single crochet here, we'll chain 1 and turn. And this next row will be super easy. It is just single crochet all the way across. You want to be sure to single crochet into the single crochet and the popcorn stitch here. So this counts as the popcorn stitch. This is your single crochet, and this is the popcorn stitch here. So you want to be sure to get a single crochet into every one of these stitches all the way until the end. And then our last single crochet here. There we go. Phew! It can be a little tricky getting all the way across there. But take your time in finding the stitches and don't be afraid to count to be sure that you have all of them. Then we'll chain 1 and turn. And we're going to do the same thing here that we did in our first one, except we're going to actually start with 2 single crochet on this row. So we'll insert our hook, skipping that chain into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops on our hook, and do that again in the next stitch. We're putting 2 single crochet on this next row so that our popcorn lands right in between these 2 popcorn, so that we get this kind of layered brick look here. So in this next stitch, we're going to do our popcorn. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the remaining loops on your hook. And we'll do that again 4 more times. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochet. Pull up that yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Insert your hook into that first double crochet. Put the yarn back on your hook and pull through. And then a single crochet into the next stitch. And we'll do it again here. Another popcorn. Yarn over, insert your hook into that next stitch. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops on your hook. And we'll do that 4 more times. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull off the yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Insert your hook into that first double crochet that we did. Bring the yarn over and pull through. And then single crochet. This is so awkward to get that in there. There we go. All right. And let's do it one more time here to finish this row. That's 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Insert our hook into that first double crochet. Put the yarn back on and pull it through. And then we'll do 2 single crochet in these last 2 stitches here. There's our second row. Chain 1 and turn. And we'll do the exact same thing that we did on that third row. Yeah, on that third row there. Single crochet all the way across. All right, finishing that row single crochet, we'll chain 1 and turn. And we'll do the same thing that we did on that second row. We'll do 1 single crochet into this first stitch here. And then a popcorn into the next one. That's 1 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull up the yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Insert our hook. Put the yarn back on our hook and pull it through. And then single crochet into the next stitch. There we go. That is the popcorn stitch. Depending on your pattern, you might do a different kind of order of things with the single crochets in between. Some patterns even have a double crochet or a half double crochet in between. So follow along with that pattern, but the popcorn stitch is the popcorn stitch. So you can continue on with this pattern all the way until your desired length, and then you can end it with a single crochet to have a nice cup there at the end. Right there and at the bottom there. To begin our Bobble Stitch project, you want to do a foundation single crochet of an even number. If you are going to do a traditional chain, then you want to chain an even number plus 1, skip that first chain, do a single crochet into the second, and all the way across, making sure that you end up with an even number of single crochet for your first row. Then turn. So we are going to chain 2 to begin our Bobble Stitch row. This does work backwards, so when we work our Bobble Stitch, we'll actually be seeing the back, but do not worry, I will turn it over so you can see what it should look like. For the Bobble Stitch, it is actually made up of double crocheting 5 together. Easy, right? We've done the cluster stitches before where we double crochet 2 together. You're just going to do 5 instead. For the first bobble of our row though, we're just going to do 4 together. So we'll yarn over. We're going to insert our hook into that same single crochet as our chain. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops only, and stop right there. We have to do this 3 more times. You're going to create half done double crochets, and then we will link them all together. So let's do this again. Yarn over, insert your hook into that same stitch, yarn over, and pull through. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops only. We have 2 on here. Yarn over, insert your hook back into that same stitch, yarn over, and pull through. Yarn over, pull through those first 2 loops only. Now we have 3. Yarn over, insert your hook into that same stitch, yarn over, and pull through. Yarn over, pull through those first 2 loops only. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 half done double crochet and our chain. That puts 5 loops on our hook. So we're going to yarn over and pull through all 5 of those loops. That creates our first bobble for that row. In the next stitch, we're going to do a single crochet to close this all off. Insert your hook into that next stitch, yarn over, and pull through. Yarn over, pull through both loops on your hook. Oh, look at it! I love this stitch. I love this stitch so much. It is so fun. It does eat a lot of yarn, so be prepared. But the end result, worth it. Let's do another one. So this one will be our official bobble. So we're going to double crochet 5 together. Yarn over, insert your hook into that next stitch. Yarn over, and pull through. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops only. That's 1. Yarn over, insert your hook back into that same stitch. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops only. Oh, there we go. That's 2. Yarn over, insert your hook back into that same stitch. Yarn over, and pull through. Yarn over, pull through those first 2 loops only. We have 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, insert your hook back into that same stitch, yarn over, and pull through. Yarn over, pull through those first 2 loops only. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we just have 1 more left. Yarn over, insert your hook back into that same stitch, yarn over, and pull through. Yarn over, pull through those first 2 loops only. It's getting a little crowded on here, but we got it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll end up with 6 loops on our hook. Yarn over, pull through all 6 of those loops, and then single crochet into the next stitch to close that off. Hey, look! Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. So let's do the same into the next stitch. You are just going to do those half done double crochets 5 times. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. With 6 loops on our hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll yarn over and pull through all 6. And then single crochet into the next stitch to close that off. Your project might curl in on itself a little bit. That is perfectly fine for that first row. The more you do, the more relaxed your project will become. So no need to worry about that. Let's keep going. For our next stitch, we're going to do another bobble. Yarn over, insert a hook into the next stitch, yarn over, and pull through. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops only. Yarn over, insert your hook back into that same stitch. And we will do that 4 more times, now 3 more times. This is honestly so soothing, this repetitive motion. I think that might be why I like this stitch so much. And 1 more. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loops on our hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, half done double crochet, yarn over, and pull through all 6 of those loops. And then do a single crochet to close that off. And our last bobble for this row into this next stitch here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loops on our hook. We'll yarn over and pull through all 6 of those loops. And then we'll do a single crochet in our last single crochet to close that off. Look at how cute! You cannot tell me this is like not the cutest stitch in the whole wide world. Even if it's a yarn eater. Alright, and then for the next row, we are just going to chain 1 and turn. For each of these V's, even the bobble V's are big and the single crochet V's are small. We are going to do a single crochet in every single one of them. You don't want to miss one or you'll end up with the wrong stitch count. So let's go ahead and single crochet all the way across. So we've done our chain 1 here, so we're going to go into that single crochet from the previous row. And then next into that bobble V. That single crochet V, bobble V, and keep going all the way across. You don't want to do these too tight. If you do them on a little bit on the looser side, it'll help with the tension of the bobble row. I want to be sure I'm going into the right stitch. There we go. There we go. So we have our row of single crochet here. This will keep our bobbles nice and aligned on the front side of our project. Then we'll chain 2 and turn. And then we're just going to repeat row 2, the bobble row. So we're going to put a double crochet 4 together for our first bobble. Yarn over, we're going to insert our hook into the same stitch that our chain is in and pull through. Yarn over, pull through. And we're going to do 4 of those half done double crochet. And then with 5 loops on our hook, we'll yarn over and pull through. And then a single crochet into that next stitch to close it off. And then in the next one, we'll do a double crochet 5 together, our official bobble stitch. 4 on there, and 1 more. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loops on our hook. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 half done double crochet. We'll yarn over and pull through all 6 of those loops. And then single crochet under both loops. There we go. To close that off. And that's it. That is the bobble stitch. Way easier than it looks, right? I love this stitch so much. It is just so cute. Let me know what you end up making with this stitch. I want to know all the details. You'll just repeat rows 2 and 3 all the way up until your desired length. So what is Yarn Over Hook? Yarn Over Hook is a free social media for crocheters to create, learn, and connect with other crocheters from around the world. Join for free today at yarnoverhook.com and show us what's got you hooked. To start your puff stitch, you want to start with an even number of chains plus 4. You can work into the top of your chain or you can work in the back bumps. You want to work your first puff stitch in the 4th chain from your hook. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to yarn over, insert your hook into that chain, yarn over, and pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert back into that same chain, yarn over, and pull through. We have 5 loops on our hook. Yarn over, insert your hook back into that chain once again, yarn over, and pull through. Now you have, if we can separate them, 7 loops on your hook. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The puff stitch can be worked with a range of loops. So you could do 5, you could do 7, you could do 9, 11, whatever you want to do. We're going to do 7 for today's example. Yarn over and pull through all 7 of those loops nice and slowly. So we are grabbing yarn. There we go. And then chain to seal that off. And that's it. That's your puff. You'll do it again by skipping the following chain. Because we did this chain up here, we can skip this one and going into the following chain after that. And then you'll just repeat that again. Yarn over, insert your hook into that chain, yarn over, and pull through. 3 loops on our hook. One tip is to pull just a little bit before you yarn over and insert again. It's going to make pulling through on that final loop a lot easier. If your loops are too tight, it's just going to be way too hard. So doing a nice little tug will be very helpful in the end. So we have 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over, insert your hook back into that chain again, yarn over, pull through, do a little adjustment. We have 5 loops on our hook. So you could yarn over and pull through these 5 if you want a smaller puff. But we're going to keep going. Yarn over, insert your hook back into that chain, yarn over, and pull through. We have 7 loops on our hook. Again, you could keep going. You could yarn over, insert back in, keep going until your heart desires. I wouldn't recommend more than 11, but you could keep going if you wanted to. Yarn over and pull through all 7 of those loops. Ooh, let's get it. There we go. Whew, looks like we caught a loop in there. That's fine. If we stretch that out a little bit, we can clean that up just fine. Yarn over, chain to close that off. We have our second puff. Let's do it again. So we did our chain. We're going to skip this next loop and go into the following loop. You will keep doing these puffs until the end of your chain, and you will end with a puff. Let's do one more slowly. Yarn over. We're skipping this one and going into the following. Insert your hook. Yarn over. Pull through. Do a little stretch. 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over. Insert your hook into that same chain. Yarn over. Pull through. Give it a little stretch. We have 5 loops on our hook. Yarn over. Insert your hook. Yarn over. Pull through. We have 7 loops on our hook. Yarn over. And pull through all 7 of those loops. That was a smooth pull. Cool. Then we're going to chain to seal that off. And then just keep going, and you're going to end with a puff. And there are puffs. So cute. I love this stitch. This is a really fun stitch. And then you will chain 1, 2, 3, and turn. And for the second row, we will be doing the same thing, except you will be working your puffs into the chain spaces that we created. And you will still end with a puff, and that will go into those chains that we skipped. So you can do that one right here. You can do it in the top of that chain, wherever you would like. But let's start with our first puff here. Yarn over. Insert your hook into that chain space. Yarn over. Pull through. We have 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over. Insert your hook back into that chain space. Yarn over. Pull through. We have 5 loops on our hook. Yarn over. Insert your hook one last time, or more if you want to go bigger. Yarn over and pull through. We have 7 loops on our hook. Yarn over, pull through all 7 of those loops. It really pays to pull through slowly so that you don't catch. Don't rush that pull through. There's no hurry. You want to take your time with that, or your puffs aren't going to be very uniform. And then chain to seal that off. And then we'll do it again in the next chain space. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. We have 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. Do a little wiggling. We have 5 loops on our hook. Yarn over, insert your hook one last time, yarn over, pull through. We have 7 loops on our hook. Do a little tug to get some space, yarn over, and pull through all 7 of those loops slowly. And then chain to close. You'll keep working into these chain spaces, and I'll meet you at the end. I am going to work my last puff into this open chain space, these 3 chains that we skipped. I'm going to insert my hook in there. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. We have 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over, insert your hook once again, yarn over, pull through. We have 5 loops on our hook. It's feeling a little tight, so I'm going to do a little wiggle, even that out a bit. Yarn over, insert your hook one last time, yarn over, pull through for 7 loops on the hook. 7? Yes. There we go. Yarn over and pull through. It never hurts to count. I count every time just to be sure I didn't do too few or too many. And then we're going to chain 3, 2, 3, and turn. And that's it. You'll just repeat that again. Again, doing your puffs into the chain spaces. And you always want to end with a puff. So you'll do it into that chain space from the beginning of our second row. Super, super simple. As you can see, it is a yarn eater. So if you want to do a project with this stitch, definitely keep that in mind. It will eat up your yarn. And those are the 3 textured sisters. Which one do you like the best? You gotta let me know in the comments. We already know that the Bobble Stitch is my favorite, but I do love a good puff, and this popcorn is very unique. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and ding the bell so that you know when we upload a new video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye!